Hello, children. Today, since Snake Drawing was a small poem, I've taken another lesson for you. That is the last lesson in your textbook. It is If I Were You. If I Were You. If I Were You by Douglas James. Now, this lesson is written by an American author, Douglas James, who was also an activist. He was a graduate from Santa Clara University. This lesson is a one-act play. Okay? It is a one-act play where the main character is Gerard, who lives alone in a lonely cottage. An intruder, a person, a stranger, who is a criminal, enters his cottage. He intends to murder Gerard and takes on his identity. He wants to take on his identity. That is, he wants himself to become Gerard and move about like Gerard, because he had the same looks like Gerard. Okay? So, Gerard lives alone in a lonely house. An intruder comes to his house and he wants to take the identity of Gerard. Now the drama is a little bit lengthy. That is why I am taking the summary of this drama. Okay? Now, what is the profession of Gerard? Gerard himself is a playwright. Okay? Now, he's trying to pack up things to reach it to, that is all the properties required for a drama. He was just packing it on when somebody enters his house. And this man enters his house to know more about Gerard. He had about the same physique like Gerard. That is, he looked like Gerard and his structure was also like Gerard. ജെറാഡിൻ്റെ കൂട്ടിൽ തന്നെ ഇരിക്കുന്ന ഒരാളായിരുന്നു. ജെറാഡ് ഒരു പ്ലേ റൈറ്റ് ആയിരുന്നു, ഒരു ഡ്രാമറ്റിസ്റ്റ് ആയിരുന്നു. സോ ഹി വാസ് പാക്കിംഗ് എല്ലാം വേറെ ഒരു ഷോയ്ക്ക് പോകാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് എല്ലാ പ്രോപ്പർട്ടീസും പാക്ക് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരുന്നപ്പോഴാണ് ഇയാൾ കയറി വന്നത്. നൗ ഈ വന്ന ആളൊരു ക്രിമിനലാണ്. ഹി വാസ് എ ക്രിമിനൽ. നൗ he had to leave his house to deliver props for a rehearsal. Just then an intruder entered his house. Now this drama is a one-act play. One-act play means once the curtain is raised, it will come down only after the drama. Okay? And the characters in this drama are only two people, the Gerard and the intruder. That is, the hero over here is Gerard and the intruder. Now Gerard was a playwright. So he was just playwright, he was also a dramatist. So he was just packing off all the things, all his props. Props means all the properties that was required for a rehearsal. And he had to reach these properties to that particular place. ഇതവിടം വരെ എത്തിക്കണമായിരുന്നു. Just then an intruder entered his house. ഇതിൽ വളരെ ബിസിയായിട്ട് പാക്ക് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരുന്നപ്പോഴാണ് ഒരാളവിടെ കയറി വന്നത്. Now he was carrying a gun. അയാളുടെ കയ്യിലൊരു ഗണ്ണും ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. Now he wanted to kill Gerard and leave on his identity. What was his intention? He wanted to kill Gerard. ജെറാഡിനെ കൊന്നിട്ട് അയാളെ പോലെ ജീവിക്കണം. ബിക്കോസ് കണ്ടാൽ ഏകദേശം ഒരുപോലായിരുന്നു. The intruder had committed. And why he wanted to live like Gerard? Because he was a criminal. The intruder had committed a murder and was wanted by the police. So police അയാളെ തെരഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുമായിരുന്നു. Now he didn't want to be himself to be jailed. He wanted to live independently. That is why he thought of taking the identity of Gerard and living like Gerard. പക്ഷെ ജെറാഡിനെ പറ്റി എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒരു ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ വേണ്ടേ? He had to know something about Gerard and that is why he had come over there. So he thought of stealing Gerard's identity so that he could live peacefully. He wanted to know details about Gerard before killing him so that he could imitate him well. So he thought of killing, as it is, Gerard was also living alone. So he thought of killing this man and living on his identity. Before killing him, he wanted to know how this man was, how Gerard was. Okay? Gerard said that he was a crook too, and that if the intruder stole his identity, even then he would be chased by the police. Now, Gerard, when he saw the revolver, or this man had come with what I should say, he had come to kill the intruder, so he had a gun with him. So he had come with a gun. So when he saw the gun, Gerard was a person with a good presence of mind. ബുദ്ധിയുള്ള ഒരാളായിരുന്നു. So what he did, he told him that, well, if you want to live on my identity, you're not going to live peacefully, because I myself have committed a crime and I'm trying to escape from here. So even if you kill me and if you're going to live on my identity, then you will be chased again, because I have also committed a crime. ഞാനും ഒരാളെ കൊന്നിട്ട് പാക്ക് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ട് ഇവിടുന്ന് പോകാൻ പോവുകയാണ്. അപ്പം എന്നെ നിങ്ങൾ കൊന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ എന്നെ പോലെ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഞാനായിട്ട് നിങ്ങൾ ജീവിക്കാൻ ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നെങ്കിൽ ഇറ്റ് വിൽ നോട്ട് വർക്ക് ഔട്ട്. He had killed someone and the police had evidence against him. So I have killed somebody and the police have got evidence. He further added that he was carrying false mustaches and other props so that he could disguise himself and hide from the police. He also tells Gerard, see, I have got false mustaches. Actually, he was packing himself for getting this props for a rehearsal. For വേറെ ഒരു റിഹേഴ്സൽ പ്രോഗ്രാമിന് ഈ പ്രോപ്പർട്ടീസ് എല്ലാം എത്തിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടായിരുന്നു ഫാൾസ് മുസ്റ്റാച്ചസും ഡ്രസ്സസും ഒക്കെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നത്. So he's telling Gerard, see, I have got false mustaches and I have arranged everything to walk, to get myself protected from the police. So if you are going to take my identity, you will again fall a prey to the police. So he sensed that the police could raid his house that night. He also warns the intruder that any time police can come over here. Okay? So he had positioned an accomplice on the road to warn him of danger. So he had appointed one man, one of his accomplices, that is, one of his friends, to stand on the road to see if police is coming. And if he sees the police van or a police coming to Gerard's house, he should be signaled. So he had appointed a man over there. So Gerard fooled the intruder to believe him by saying that if the intruder felt that Gerard was lying, he could kill him. Now he tells everything and tells the intruder, see, if you are feeling that what I am saying is something, a lie, then you can kill me right now. Okay? As the phone rang, Gerard said that it was time to leave. Now the phone bell rang, and now he tells the intruder, see, the phone bell is ringing. This is a signal for me to get myself escaped. When the intruder did not believe Gerard, he asked him to peep out through the door of the garage and see the police for himself. Now the intruder was not ready to believe what Gerard said. So he asked him, you can look out of the window, that is, and prove for yourself that the police is arriving. Okay, you just see from here. So he just opens a door, and now even the intruder is eager to see the police, or he wanted to make himself confirmed that what Gerard is saying is correct. And when the intruder did not believe, Gerard asked him to peep out through the door of the garage and see the police for himself. In fact, the door was that of a cupboard. But Gerard was very, very intelligent. As I told you, he had a good presence of mind. He just opens a door, and that door was that of a cupboard. The moment this man just tries to peep himself through the door, Gerard pushes in and closes the door and locks the door. Now this man is locked in a cupboard. As the intruder bent forward, Gerard pushed him inside the cupboard and locked him. And locked what? Locked the cupboard. Then he called the sergeant of police and handed the intruder to the police. Okay? In this way, he called the police and the police came and handed the intruder to the police. In this way, Gerard gets himself safe, or he is, what I should say, he doesn't fall a victim to the criminal. His life is saved. He is not killed. At the same time, he helps the police by catching the victim. Okay, so in this way, If I Were You is a very beautiful drama, but it is very lengthy, and that is why I've told the summary for you. Hope you have enjoyed this drama. Go through, read the drama 3 to 4 times, because they are full of dialogues. So when you read the drama, it's simple. That is, Gerard is asking the man, he's telling him that, see, I myself is a victim and I'm trying to escape. I've got all false mustaches which I'll be replacing, and I have appointed a man, one of my accomplices, to signal me when they see the police coming. And it is during that time the bell rings, and the phone bell rings, and he tells the intruder, see, the police is on the way. They may come in at any moment. If you feel that what I am saying is wrong, or I am lying, ഞാൻ കള്ളം പറയുവാന്ന് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് തോന്നലുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങൾ ഇവിടെ നിന്ന് നോക്കി അവർ ഇവിടെ ഇപ്പം എത്തിക്കാണുന്നു. സോ ഹി ഓപ്പൺസ് ദ ഡോർ. ആ ഡോർ തുറക്കുന്ന ഒരു വലിയ അലമാരയുടെ കഥവായിരുന്നു. ആൻഡ് ദ ഇൻട്രൂഡർ ജസ്റ്റ് പീപ്സ്, ആൻഡ് ദ മോമെൻറ്റ് ഹി ബെൻസ്, അതായത് ഇങ്ങനെ കുനിഞ്ഞ് അതിൽ നിന്ന് പീപ്പ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ജെറാഡ് അയാൾക്കൊരു തള്ളു കൊടുത്തിട്ട് ആ അലമാരയുടെ കഥ അടച്ച് പൂട്ടു. അങ്ങനെ വന്ന ജെറാഡ് രക്ഷപ്പെടും. ജെറാഡ് എന്നിട്ട് പോലീസിനെ വിളിപ്പിച്ച് ഇയാളെ പോലീസിൻ്റെ കയ്യിൽ ഏൽപ്പിക്കും. ഓക്കെ, ആൻഡ് ദിസ് drama ends in this way. Gerard is saved. He saves his life with the presence of his mind. Presence of mind എന്ന് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ യുക്തിയോട് വേണ്ടിയ സമയത്ത് നമ്മൾ എടുക്കുന്ന ഡെസിഷൻസ്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് ആ സമയത്ത് ഉടനെ തന്നെ തോന്നുന്ന കാര്യം, ആ പ്രസൻസ് ഓഫ് മൈൻഡ് എല്ലാവർക്കും എപ്പോഴും വരത്തില്ല. ചിലവർക്ക് നല്ല പ്രസൻസ് ഓഫ് മൈൻഡ്, ഏത് സിറ്റുവേഷൻ വന്നാലും ആ സിറ്റുവേഷനനുസരിച്ച് അവർക്കത് ഡീൽ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും. ആൻഡ് ഇപ്പോഴാണെങ്കിലും ഇൻ ദിസ് ഡ്രാമ ഓൾസോ ജെറാഡ്, ദോ he's what I should say, actually afraid, because that man who had come, the intruder had come with a gun in his hand, but still he saves himself by using his presence of mind. He opens the door of a cupboard and tells him, see, the police is arriving, you can see through it. That is, they have arrived. And he puts the man inside. And moreover, he shows the properties which he was taking for the rehearsal of a drama, as if he is going to dress himself. That is, he is also going to make a false identity of himself because he himself was a criminal. Okay, at first the intruder doesn't, he is not believing what he is saying, but the moment the bell rings and he opens the door and asks him to look into the garage, he is forced to do so. And the moment he bends, he pushes him inside because the door was actually the door of a big cupboard. Okay, he pushes himself and locks him inside the cupboard. Okay, so hope you have enjoyed it. Read the drama at least 3 times because the language over here is very simple. You go through the drama and it's only a dialogue between the intruder and Gerard. Okay, so now I have got only one more lesson to take for you, and with that I'll be finishing the portion of this text. Okay, one poem and one lesson. Okay, so today, since I've got a little more time, I'll take the poem also for you. Okay.